married in 2000.
He's so proud that he got that answer right. That's good.
It's easy to remember.
You were married in 2000. Is that true?
That's
Is that true? I think it's true. But we met before that. We met in graduate school in
Long ago.
1994. So maybe we can do some math.
Let's not do some math.
We actually met in a show. We met at the GAM Theater in Pawtucket, now in Warwick, but at the time it was in Pawtucket, and we were in The Importance of Being Earnest.
Mm-hmm. I played Jack, she played Cecily. Mm-hmm. It was a lot of fun.
We met on a production of Hamlet
Right.
that a former Trinity Rep company member named Bob Colonna was directing. I was living in New York at the time. I came up, it was at the Rhode Island Shakespeare Theater, 1982, and then I went back to New York. We became friends, and then we got together 89?
Yeah.
Yeah, so about 7 years later.
Right.
A year and weeks. We just celebrated a year. How many weeks ago? 3? 2?
2.
Yeah.
What's time?
We met here.
Work.
We met here.
I mean, you first came to Trinity, what?
2 years
2
ago.
years ago.
Mm-hmm. We met. We didn't speak for a little over a year.
Time. It was just like a lot of in passing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we finally grabbed a drink and never stopped grabbing drinks
That's kind of it. Yeah.
hanging out. Yes.
By the river? By the Iowa River? Really?
Where were you? What? There was no river. We went
There was a river. I remember walking along the river.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. He's actually right. We walked
Yeah.
by the river. But really, we met. We decided as a graduate class to go and have a drink together one night, really, really, really early on at a bar called the Dublin Underground in Iowa City, where we had started grad school together. And I would say that's properly where we kind of
Yes.
met and looked across the table, and I saw a twinkle in his eye. Yeah.
I was his stage manager during a community theater production of Wolf Hall. He was acting in the show, and we were just friends at the time, honestly. We both were in other relationships, and both of those relationships sort of naturally came to an end.
We were both in that place of like, we just really like spending time with one another, but we got out of a relationship, and we're just, we're just looking for some companionship, but nothing too serious. And then about 2 months after that, we were like, uh-oh.
But we've been married for 2 years.
Yeah.
We don't really have a tradition. I don't think. It's different every year. This year we're probably just going to pull the shades down and not speak.
No, it's so dark. But if you're doing, originally we would do 12 shows a week, one cast. So the holiday tradition when that was happening was, pulling down the shades and sleeping.
So my favorite holiday tradition actually centers around Hanukkah. Every year, my family always lights the candles every night, and we sing all of the different songs. And my family has largely either passed away or moved away. And Ian learned all the songs.
Yeah.
So he can sing with me, and he learned the harmonies. So he can sing them with me.
Well, you know the harmonies. I just sing the melodies.
You do great. Either way, he does so great.
Well, one tradition we have is keeping our Christmas tree until February or March. But that's because of me.
Not
that's
my choice.
Not a real tradition.
Not my choice. But we get said Christmas tree. We like to have a cute little Rhode Island Day at Phantom Farms in Cumberland. And so they have a little bakery, so we'll get our tree and then get a coffee or hot cocoa and a pastry and bring it home. Yeah.
One of my favorite actually was we went ice skating.
Mm-hmm. Why was it your favorite?
No,
Don't hold back.
It was great, but also
it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun, and also there was a moment of vulnerability where someone slipped and fell, and
It was very
but he bounced
cool.
right up. That was great. That was fun.
It was fun. Yes.
When we went to the Butterfly Farm, we tagged. Sorry.
Butterfly Farm is in Lincoln,
Lincoln.
Rhode Island. It is a gorgeous little farm, and they do live Christmas trees.
You go
it.
tag your tree, and then they're like, do you want to
So
cut it down yourself, or do you want us to cut it down? We're like, we'll cut it down ourselves. We'll bring the kids, and it'll be, beautiful and bucolic and wonderful. And so we went out, and it happened to be frigid
frigid day, and then it started to snow. And immediately the kids, they were considerably younger. They were little and they were complaining, and then they were just angry and kind of resentful. And we just remember walking way, way, way to the back of the farm and then dragging this Christmas tree with the kids just like having the most miserable day of their entire lives. It was like, come on, let's get back to the car.
At one point, Vivian, who was really small, was like up in her little snowsuit and everything, and she like sat down and she was crying.
She
and
gave
like,
up.
Screaming and we just went, keep going. She's gonna have to catch up. We gotta get out of this somehow.
We have to survive. Yeah.
I honestly think my favorite memory was during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Was our first holiday living together. We weren't married yet. We fully quarantined. And I think just getting to spend those holidays, just the two of us, and saying like, we recognize this will probably be the only time in our lives that we get to be just us. Like
Right.
when we have kids or when we go see families, like it gets so busy, and
That really was sort of this Hallmark movie moment for us.
and like opening gifts together, like doing Lego sets together.
I know that was the Lego year. We both got like 2 or 3 Lego sets and so
We
on.
got each other Legos without knowing it.
Mhm.
And so we just got to like stay inside and do Legos together
Yeah.
the whole day.
Yep.
Just you.
Ew, that's so gross. That's so gross.
I know, it's completely gross.
I remember one year when we first got together where we had agreed that we weren't going to exchange Christmas presents. So I got him like a silly $5 toy or something. And he got me a leather jacket. So stuff like that. I mean,
well.
there's worse qualities in a partner than generosity.
Wait till this year.
This year, I'm the one getting the toy. Yeah, that's it. Oh, well.
And this watch.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
Do you mind if I go?
Yeah, no, please.
Nervous?
No. Uh-oh. Maybe.
A number of years ago, just because he's who he is, he started giving me books. He researches the bestseller lists. He goes down rabbit holes of authors he knows that I like or topics I like, and I never would do that for myself. And I end up with a stack of books that sit on my bedside table that I can move through over the course of the next certainly 6 or 9 months. He thinks so deeply about it, and it's just really moving to me.
That's nice.
I
That's
love you.
very nice. I love you too.
It's always funny when I hear people say he's a real Scrooge, though, because he does have a redemption, and he turns into this, better person. So that's kind of a compliment.
Or last year, she turned into a better person.
There you go. You did last year.
Oh, it's been wonderful. Previous Christmases, Allie has worked at the Hanover Theater's Christmas Carol in Worcester. I think the last 4 years I was doing It's a Wonderful Life over at the GAM. So we would barely see each other for most of the Christmas season up until like Christmas Day. So this time it's great.
Yeah, we get to hang out together. We get to see each other do our work, and that's fun.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan.
Yeah, likewise. We do have 53 more shows though, so let's see what happens.
I know we're very chipper right now.
I love to watch her work. She gives a lot of ad-libs and a lot of interesting things into the show, and I love the creativity. Yeah, she's wonderful.
I have to
watch.
return the compliment.
You don't have to. No, you don't have to. That's okay. That's all right.
Same. It's wonderful.
We're doing very different jobs in different parts of the building, but when I see him in the halls, I really do get excited every time. Like my heart kind of skips a beat, and I get to just like sneak a quick kiss and then back to work.
It's just nice to have, the person that I love floating around the building somewhere.
It's been kind of surreal. Like I said that to you and kind of to everyone, but I love what I do so much, and this costume in particular is just fabulous. So getting to bring all of that passion and have it intersect with this awesome person is just, it won't happen again for a while, so it's been kind of incredible.
What was so nice is to watch how both of our worlds were kind of melding together at the same time and informing each other. Like, for me, so much of the character came from the costume, but to be able to get that information and from you really, and from me also to say like, hey, this is what's happening in the room. How do we evolve this into the costume? Like there's a bit in the show where I like take out a grape. That was this one. Like that's where the idea came from, not me.
Steve is not only my husband, but like he's a trusted artistic collaborator of mine, and I am inspired by his theatrical mind. If I helped at all, it was sometimes to throw loads of laundry in, or just listen to, I'm at this sticky part in the rehearsal process and I have to figure the next part of the story out. And he had such great collaborators in the room. I'm not sure how much support I was, other than just listening, both as your partner and your artistic collaborator in other senses.
Sitting on our butts.
Sleeping.
Yeah. Napping.
We nap.
We
We're
do.
big nappers.
Absolutely.
I think people are lying when they say they don't nap.
I think,
how can you get from one end of the day to the other without a nap?
Come on. Really? Come on.
Okay.
Being able to sit and drape ourselves over one another and
Yeah, it's pretty
drink hot
nice.
cocoa
With cats. Always with cats.
and cats.
Well, once we finally schedule it, we love dressing the tree.
Yes.
We live in Pawtucket. Slater Park is in our backyard, so they have their winter wonderland.
Hundreds of trees
Set up.
all lit up, and the kind of miniature versions of local businesses all set up. It's really cute. Yeah.
Yes. Well, no, I can't. Yes, 10 of 10. Bring your date. You will laugh, you might cry, and you'll just leave happy. It's just happy.
It's everything you want out of Christmas, and it's colorful, and it's full of love, and
It's immersive. Yeah. It feels like community, not just with the person you're with, but the people around you, the cast. It's fantastic.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're both from Rhode Island, so we've seen a fair few Christmas carols, and we might be a little biased. But this is a really, really special one.
It's it's joyful. It can be dramatic. It can be very funny, and there are quite a lot of surprises and a lot of good fodder for conversation. So
Music, dance,
bring a date.
special effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many years of A Christmas Carol I've seen since I was very young. And I've seen them happy.
But would you take a date?
I
to
would take a
Christmas
date.
Carol?
I have done that. And
I would think that it
Yeah.
might not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that everyone would compare favorably to Scrooge. So then you say, well, he hasn't yelled
he
at me
comes
tonight.
around. He does
Yeah.
come around.
No, he does. But initially it seems like this is a really good date. I haven't been.
Yeah, I'm not that person.
Yeah.
I see. All right.
Joy really rings as an undertone for almost everything in the play.
Stephen has infused joy into every minute of the play in a way where even the scary minutes feel exhilarating in a way that brings you joy. I mean, it's just, this year especially is truly the best, and I do recommend it for a date night.
It envelops you in a way that is so particular to what this group of people made together. Go with someone you love.